What is happening, fellow pioneers of human transportation? Yogi Steve, ESA, the Electric Scooter Academy, Voromotors Podcast. Can you believe it? Number 120. We've done 120 of these episodes. Welcome back. Hope everybody's doing good. It's like February, 11th or 12th? It's the winter, but it's freaking, hang on a second here. It's winter, right? But we're having amazing weather. It's like one of these days where in the sun it's hot, in the shade it's like a little bit cool. I already worked a Doordash shift this morning on my eMove Cruiser V2. Love my Cruiser V2. If you're looking for an electric bike or an electric scooter, I don't think there's anywhere in the world better than Voromotors to buy from right now. Many companies have gone out of business. There are companies that have been here for years that have left. A lot of big companies, particularly e-bike companies, have gone bankrupt and they're gone. Voromotors is still here. You're looking for a bike or a scooter, no better place to buy from. Who's first in the room? Mysterio, what's up, James? Good to see you, buddy. So always says, let's fucking go. You're looking for a sit-down scooter. The most exciting thing coming out from Voromotors right now, in my opinion, is the eMove Roadrunner Pro 2, which will be coming out. They're available for pre-order now, and they're going to be delivered, I believe, towards the end of March. Unbelievable deal. 72 volt, 40 or 60 amp hour battery. The 40 amp hour battery version is going to go for $3,800, and I was shocked to see that the 60 amp hour version is only $200 more. I mean, if you're buying the Pro, you got to buy the 60 amp hour version. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, voltage generally indicates top speed acceleration. Amp hours generally indicates range. So if you want more range, you got to get more amp hours. And for $200 more, I couldn't imagine buying the 40 amp hour version. You got to buy the 60 amp hour version. All right, we're going to try to make a cross here without getting killed. We're going down to Coffee Beans to our usual hangout spot. We got the light. We are very, very excited about the Roadrunner Pro 2. I want to thank Melvin, the owner of Voromotors, for supporting my always small YouTube channel. He pays me to do these podcasts twice a week. But he tells me I can say whatever I want. They're not paying me to blow smoke up his ass. But I do believe, as the years go by, Voromotors has become one of the most trusted dealers in the industry. Hey, what's up, Marlene? That's a new person. Never met you before. Chaxologist, of course I know you. Randall, how are you? I'll make sure to say hello to everybody when we get settled down. How's the sound, by the way, guys? Give me a sound check. You're looking for a stand-up scooter. Voromotors has got the Hugo Daytona. That's a 72 volt, 40 amp hour scooter for under $4,000. Another great deal. They carry the InMotion line. You guys know I love my InMotion RS. I had a Jet, InMotion Jet, for like 10 videos, 10 episodes I posted on that. I really like that scooter, the smaller version. You're looking for a sub $2,000 scooter, nothing better than the eMove Cruiser V2. You're looking for an electric bike. They carry the Sigma. Oh, the Sigma. I don't remember, the Altus Sigma, is that what it's called? I don't own one, so I don't know. And apparently they're selling Surons now, which is unbelievable. I mean, is Voromotors becoming the Amazon of electric vehicles? I can't believe they're selling Surons now. I thought they were only out through certain dealers. That's pretty much tremendous. Michael says, do I think the Jet is the best deal? That's hard to say. I don't know about best deal, but it is a fun, and that price range, I don't have like so much of an opinion, kind of in the low $2,000 price range. There's not that many scooters. It's an amazingly fast scooter. It is 72 volts. Back in the day, you could not get a 72 volt scooter for $2,000 like that, or what is it, 2,300? But it was great performance, I'll tell you that. I had a lot of fun on it, no problems with it. I can tell you, though, more about the InMotion RS because I put so many miles on it. I got 3,500 miles on mine. Big, big fan of that scooter. I love the ergonomics of the way it's built, the riding position. It's got big fat tires, really good brakes. Phenomenal scooter. InMotion's been around for a long time. They've typically been known right as electric unicycle dealers, but in the last few years they got into the scooter industry, and I love my RS. I have a couple local friends, my friend Keith, a couple other people that actually have an InMotion RS, and they really seem to like theirs. I think InMotion might have replaced Dualtron as far as best build quality. Sure, there were some problems with it, but right now they came out with a InMotion RS 2.0, where they upgraded the motor cable wires and they upgraded the app. But the majority of people are having no trouble with their vehicles. What else stand-up scooter-wise? Voromotors also carries the Tevron line. They kind of look like Dualtrons, to be honest with you. And Tevron has one thing that nobody else has. They have a 72 volt, 60 amp hour stand-up scooter, which nobody else in the industry has. That's why it's so amazing. That's why it's so interesting that the Roadrunner Pro is going to have this 60 amp hour battery. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, probably half the cost of your electric bike or your electric scooter is the battery. Batteries are just crazy, crazy expensive. They're a big part of the price. What's up, Will's Bird World? How you doing? Dashjiro, Dragon Maid Pro Gaming, how are you? Good to see you guys. Yeah, beautiful freaking day. It's Friday. I've done like a lot of Doordash this week. I'm definitely taking the weekend off. And then looking at the forecast, it looks like I'm not going to be doing Doordash next week, Monday through Thursday as well, because we have rain coming. But one thing I'll tell you about PEVs is don't ride them in the rain. Electricity, electronics, and water don't go well. Sure, these vehicles are water resistant, but they're not really fully waterproof. I also feel like stand-up scooters, you know, they're sketchy at best. If you're in the rain on these small tires, they're dangerous. So I just generally never bring my vehicles out in the rain. Now, that being said, if you watch my channel, I've been caught in the rain a couple of times, and the vehicles were fine. So I'm probably a little more cautious than most people are with these vehicles, but oh, it's loud out here. Maybe we can cross right here. I definitely don't believe in riding your electric vehicles in the rain, primarily because scooters, tires are so small. Your bike, maybe you can get away with riding your bike in the rain, but again, these vehicles are water resistant, not necessarily waterproof. Oh, I'm so glad that it's February and the weather's holding up. It's so fucking nice out. Hope everybody's doing good again. Welcome back. Voromotors Podcast, number 120. Voromotors, best place in the country for sure to buy your electric bike or your electric scooter. And now we can talk about whatever we want. Did I promote the company enough? Oh yeah, make sure you join my Facebook groups. I'm always promoting these. I think if you really want to learn about these vehicles, particularly the Roadrunner line, the InMotion line, and the eMove Cruiser line, you got to join my Facebook groups. My Facebook groups are a little bit special where I only moderate the groups. I don't really put much input on there, but I make sure everybody's nice to everybody, make sure nobody's screwing around on there. But those groups are mainly ran by the consumers. So if you have questions about the vehicle, the best people to ask are people that bought the vehicle, right? And I find that my Roadrunner group, over 5,000 members, my InMotion group, over 2,000 members. My Cruiser V2 group is still small, which is really a shame because I feel like the Cruiser V2 all-wheel drive, especially the front and rear motor version, is just a phenomenal friggin' machine. All right, welcome to Coffee Bean. I have coffee in a plastic mug. We're not buying coffee here. Let's sit down. Let's sit here. All right, guys, give me a sound check. How's the sound? Getting warm walking down here. Let's wait in the shade. I can already tell it's going to be a little cool. I'm good, Dashiro. How are you doing? You keeping busy? You riding your bike a lot? All right, let me load up my iPad so I can answer your questions and shit. Sound is good. Thank you, Will's Bird World. Good to see you guys. It's going to be an interesting time to stream. I don't normally stream this time of day. Normally, I do it later in the day. I don't know if a lot of people will be home, will be available to talk to me, but we're here. We're going to talk for an hour. Definitely going to sit here and bullshit. Yeah, I'm mostly excited about the Roadrunner Pro 2 that's coming out. Let me get to your, turn on my Coffee Bean internet. Hey, what's up, Anthony? How you doing? Sound is good. I appreciate it. Good to see you, OC Eats, my friend Anthony. Good to see you. Hi, Friday at 1:42 p.m. Should be interesting. But guys, feel free to ask me questions. Throw them in the comments. All right, we're loaded up. Let's check the sound. Come on, why isn't my internet working here? All right, it works. We're good. We're good. Alrighty, guys. I got my coffee in a plastic mug. All right, for those of you who are new, I know if you're in the room right now, you're not new, but a lot of people will watch this after the fact. My name is Steve. I go by Yogi Steve because I'm a yoga teacher. I mean, I still teach a little bit privately. I don't teach publicly anymore, but I am a true full-time yoga teacher. I started teaching yoga in the late 90s. I mean, if I could tell you I've been teaching for over 25 years, it'd be the truth. You don't have to call me Yogi Steve, by the way. Usually only my yoga students call me that. Maybe people from the channel like to call me that. But it's just a name I gave myself when Facebook was created. I didn't want to put my name up there, so I called myself Yogi Steve. But everybody found me anyhow. Dashiro says, I was thinking about getting a wired freedom e-bike that goes 40 miles per hour. That's pretty cool. Michael Jenkins says, I think the R2 is $4,000 with shipping. The Roadrunner Pro 2, you mean? Is that what you're talking about? I'm going to look at the wired freedom e-bike. I'm going to look that up. I've never heard of that, Dashiro. Well, yeah, first thing that came up, wired freedom e-bike. What's up, Dwarf Disco Dieter says, I am gay too, bro. It's funny how the people who, I mean, I guess you're trolling me. It's really hard to say. But it's funny how, like, being called gay is, like, the most common, I don't know if you're trolling me or not, but let's keep sexuality out of this. This is like a nice bike, Dashiro. $2,200, pretty good deal. It's a pedal assist bike, very nice. It's a cool bike. Yeah, I've got some non-Voromotors vehicles. You'll see I did some videos on recently. Dwarf Disco Dieter, that's fucking hysterical. Love you, buddy. But yeah, so what I do is I'm a yoga teacher, personal trainer. I feel like maybe that's like the thing that I've done the longest. I've been doing that for 30 years maybe. I started teaching yoga in the mid 90s, late 90s. And the next business I got into was doing Doordash. I started doing Doordash on my electric scooters. I was out one day. This was a long time ago. This is probably 2018. And I saw a guy, and I was already like into stand-up electric scooters. Like I got electric scooters because I really wanted to get rid of my car. 2019, I actually gave up my car. I haven't owned a car for 6 or 7 years, which in Los Angeles is considered insane, right? But you can get around quite well. I mean, don't forget, there's always, you can always use Lyft or Uber, which it's kind of expensive, but it's still cheaper than car ownership. Car ownership is just super freaking expensive. So 2000, maybe 17, 18, I saw guys on bikes doing Doordash, and I was already into electric scooters. At that point, I already had my first e-move cruiser. I thought to myself, man, if these guys are doing deliveries on analog bikes, I'll crush it on electric scooters. So probably 2019, I mean, I've been doing Doordash for 6 years. I started doing Doordash. Now, at the time, it was Doordash, Postmates, Uber Eats, Caviar. Caviar got closed down. Uber Eats, Postmates got bought out by Uber Eats. You still get Postmates orders, but on Uber. But I only work for Doordash now. It was amazing when we had more apps. You can make more money when there are more apps. But I'm super blessed to have the channel. So in addition to being a personal trainer, Doordash driver, I guess I'm a content creator. I do make some money through YouTube. I make some money through affiliate sales when I sell a scooter for Voromotors. Eddie, where are you? That's the LA Courier says, if it was 2019, you may have seen me out there. I know you've been doing it for a long time too, Eddie. Eddie, where are you? I was looking for Eddie this morning. He told me he was all the way over in Beverly Hills. Well, check this out. You want a little bit of sauce sitting right here for no reason. But Eddie, where are you? You want to come hang out with me at the coffee bean? I feel like I need a co-host. I feel like I'm running out of shit to talk about on this podcast half the time. I mean, I'll never run out of shit to talk about. But I've always been a personal trainer. I train people out of my own home gym. I teach, I guess, what you'd call unconventional training. I teach people kettlebells. I teach people with the mace. We do use dumbbells and occasionally a barbell, but I am a personal trainer. I've been doing this for a very, very long time. Before COVID, I was a full-time trainer. I really did nothing else before Doordash, before YouTube. And I had like anywhere from 12 to 15 active private clients. It was really a tremendous business. I'll move our seat here. Unfortunately, COVID destroyed my business, just like it did many other people's businesses. You know, people did not want to come and train with me face to face. They don't want to train to do anything with anybody face to face. Remember that time? So COVID kind of destroyed my personal training business. I'm lucky that I still have 3 clients though, so I'm still a personal trainer. I still train Sensei Moyer. He's my boomer client. He's in his 70s. I train Evan and Dulcinea. They're both in their early 40s. They're like elder millennials, but I still train people. LA Courier says I'll head over after this Best Buy delivery. Yeah, I could use your help, buddy. Give us something to talk about. But so what else do I do for a living? DoorDash, YouTube. I'm a Voromotors affiliate. Voromotors has really taken care of me over the years, just to be clear. There was a time where I made a fortune, not a fortune, but a lot of money with affiliate sales. The affiliate sales business seems to be kind of screwed for me right now, but Voromotors still pays me for the podcast. And they've also given me all the vehicles you see me on, they give to me. So I have a great deal. I'm very lucky. Randall says, I bought my first few Maces because of your early videos. Took a while to get used to them. Now I can't imagine lifting without them. Yeah, the Mace is tremendous, especially like if you're a weightlifter. You know, the problem with weightlifting is when you're training your shoulders, you only push this way or this way. Maybe you do, maybe rowing, which is for your back. It's also a pull exercise that also hits your shoulders. But the shoulders, they rotate. Like that's the beauty of the shoulder joint, is that it's a rotating ball and socket joint. And there's really no weightlifting exercises that train that range of motion. But the Mace really trains that range of motion. And I love Mace training. I don't even know if I can swing the Mace anymore. I dislocated my shoulder in September, as you guys know. I've had quite a few accidents in my lifespan. I'm recovering pretty good. Like this morning I worked out. Right now my workout is pretty lame. I'm just doing dumbbell curls, dumbbell presses, and dumbbell rows, which is almost enough because that's just back and chest, but you also hit your triceps, hit your biceps, hit your shoulders. That's pretty good. But my training life has been changed ever since this last accident that I had. But luckily, I'm not walking around in pain. The community was very supportive of me. I was embarrassed to have to do a GoFundMe to get help. People donated a lot of money to me, really helped me out. And now I'm back to work. You know, I don't want to be a mooch. I don't want to be asking the universe for money. I want to make money. So it took me 3 or 4 months to recover from this accident. And now I'm fully back on the road. I'm really only doing DoorDash like 3 or 4 days a week right now. Oh, another thing is I started in September. This is the only plus side to the accident that I had is I started playing online poker again. WPT Gold became one of the only legal American sites that you can play in California. I started playing in September. I'm doing pretty good. I'm averaging at least $1,000 a month playing very low stakes poker. I haven't lost a penny. I put $100 into the account September 12th. Let's see, October, November, December, January, February. It's really only 5 months. So I really made like $800 a month. But I made about $4,000 in the past 5 months. But I'm saving my bankroll so I can play higher stakes. Yeah, Randall, I think that's pretty cool that you got exposed to the Mace because of me. Who is this guy? Who is it? Nichols Kerr. But yeah, we're out here on Hollywood Boulevard. Beautiful day today. I already worked a shift this morning on the E-Move Cruiser V2. That really is such a pleasure to work on that vehicle. Plus, it's got split rim tires. The tires are easy to change. You got to get the all-wheel drive version, though. You got to get the front and rear motor version. I wouldn't buy the single motor V2. I mean, if you need to, you need to because it's $500 cheaper. But that second motor, it amplifies everything. Hill climbing ability, acceleration, and I really just love my Cruiser V2. Yeah, we're finally entering. It's like not tourist season anymore. It's weird how it's like I'm warm and I'm cold. I feel like I'm hormonal or something, like a girl. But again, let me remind you: join my Facebook groups: eMove Cruiser V2 Academy, In Motion RS and Jet Academy, and of course the Roadrunner Academy. That's my biggest group. So if you want to learn about the Roadrunner Pro when it comes out, you can get the first reports from the owners on my Roadrunner Pro Academy. LA Courier says the second motor always makes it fire. Oh, look at my hat. I got dog hair all over this hat. So funny how, like, I don't see certain things if I look at it, like, just look, and then I get it on camera and I realize, oh my God, your hat is covered in dog hair. This is embarrassing. But yeah, when that Roadrunner Pro 2 comes out, I'm going to be working on that like almost every single day. Right now, I'm working primarily on my Cruiser V2 and my Roar Mantis X. I forgot to mention that when I was mentioning electric bikes from Voromotors. They carry the Roar line. Very nice line of bikes. I love my Roar Mantis X. You'll see it on my group ride every freaking weekend. Next group ride, by the way, not this Sunday, next Sunday. I'm doing group rides every other Sunday. I was doing them every week, but I feel like it's not as special doing it every Sunday. I'm considering starting a group ride during the week because I've gotten messages from friends who want to do a group ride, but they can't make it on Saturday, Sunday, usually because of family obligations, but they can make it during the week. So I do want to start a weekday group ride. So we'll see about that. We'll see. Right now, next group ride is next Sunday. The rides that have just been going amazing. You know, I've actually been thinking about chasing down some like mini bike rides, trying to make a cool video of kind of like youth culture. I've seen how like, electric bikes are a big part of youth culture, but like Surons and similar. But mini bikes are an amazing part of culture out here. They're gas powered, and I've been watching like you probably never heard of the Sun Hat Kid. He's a YouTuber. I actually met him. He's local. I actually met him out here. And I've been watching his videos, and he's been going to these mini bike group rides, which are absolutely freaking insane. They're mostly kids. I mean, I guess like nowadays, like, if they're out there in public, you can make videos of kids, I guess, But I'm very interested in the mini bike culture. Michael Jenkins says, I've been waiting for the Roadrunner 2 to come out. $4,000 tough, though. I mean, that's the thing about these electric vehicles is they are not inexpensive. They are pricey, and if you go too cheap, you get what you pay for, like anything else in life. So, you could buy something cheap, but you'll probably have problems with it. Now, that being said, you could have problems with any vehicle, but you want to buy through a company that'll have your back. So Voromotors, especially the Roadrunner Pro 2, that's their exclusive vehicle. They'll have easier access to parts and stuff like that. One thing I will say is over the years, Voromotors' reputation just keeps getting better and better and better. LA Courier says it depends because you technically need permission from their parents. Yeah, it's interesting. When I watched this video of the Sun Hat Kid, and he's a man. He just calls himself a kid. But he makes these videos of these group rides, and, I don't think he doesn't have permission from anybody's parents. I mean, they're out there in public, right? But yeah, technically you would need permission from parents. It's an interesting thing. When we were on the group ride this last weekend, there was like a pack of like 20 or 25 or more kids on these bikes. What I'm talking about specifically is they call them mini bikes. They're almost like powered by lawnmower engines. They're super fucking loud, but I think kids like them because they're cheap. I think for like $500 you can put together one of these bikes. And I often think about it, like when I was a kid riding around on my bicycle, how amazing it would have been to have like any sort of a gas-powered vehicle. So now it's like a part of culture. Where I'm from, in the suburbs of New Jersey, kids didn't ride gas-powered vehicles. Some kids rode dirt bikes. Some kids, very few. Like the parents in my neighborhood, kind of upscale Italian and Jewish parents, they weren't really allowing their kids to ride these types of vehicles. I saw this amazing interview on the Sun Hat Kids channel. Actually, next time we stream, I think I want to stream from home and use StreamYard so I can show you guys some videos. I watched these amazing videos of the parents of one of these kids on these bikes saying, I don't care if he rides these vehicles. I don't want him to get caught. He says, I don't want the kid to run away from the cops if the cops are there, but I'd rather him not get caught. I don't know how much trouble a kid can get in. When you're a minor, you can only get in so much trouble. The parents can probably get in more trouble, right? Man, it's amazing how you can never get all the dog hair off of clothes, right? You need like a lint. That's why lint brushes exist, I guess. It's crazy, like unlimited dog hair. But I'm super interested in mini bike culture. After we saw that pack of mini bikes on that last ride, I was thinking I should have chased them down and got some footage. I thought those would be some really cool ass videos. That's as clean as I can make this hat. Randall says, I built so many mini bikes as a kid in the 80s, the joys of small town living. Yeah, I think like in the suburbs where I'm from, like my neighborhood was kind of mixed. It was like part kind of upscale Italian and Jewish people. And then also the second part of it was called Colts Neck, which was kind of like a farming community, but they were like rich. It was like a rich farm community. And I know those kids rode dirt bikes, mini bikes, but none of my friends, nobody I knew had a mini bike. Like, forget about that. None of our parents would have allowed that. Oh, man. I'm beat up from fucking working this morning. Hopefully Eddie the Courier will show up and we'll talk to him about being an actor in Hollywood. Can't stand the way this hat looks. I look ridiculous. But life in Hollywood has been good, pretty quiet. I'm semi-enjoying the single life. You know, you guys knew for the bulk of the channel last couple of years I had a girlfriend. She dumped me. Now I'm single, and I'm just getting used to being single again, and I'm liking it. There is something about kind of the quietness and the freedom of being single. I am in the market for a new girlfriend. I will be on Facebook dating. Let's see if anybody looked me up on there recently, actually. Hey, what's up, Adam S119? How you doing? I am on Facebook dating, which seems to be a clusterfuck. It's like you meet somebody on there, you have a couple sentences, and then you're done. But I will. I'll meet another girl. I'm sure I eventually will. Yeah, the group ride went really good. We got some amazing photos from the group ride. Looking forward to going out there again. It was good to see my friend Z Marshall. I haven't seen him for a long time. Saw my friend Walt. Saw Enrique. This was a really good group ride. Adam S109 says, I didn't get past the wave stage on Facebook dating. Yeah, you know, I have like my own theories about dating. I feel like about online dating. Online dating used to be great. Like Tinder used to be amazing. I remember after I broke up with a girlfriend in, was it 2014? Yeah, not long ago. I went on Tinder right away. And Tinder would work. You'd meet girls and you'd write them and they would write you back. Now what seems to happen is you might meet somebody on there and start talking, but to get to the date stage is just super difficult. I don't know why. My theory is I think people go on online dating because they're lonely. It's easy to think that males especially would go on there because we're horny, but I think both of us go on there because we're lonely. And then you get on there and you communicate with somebody and you have some communication that satisfies like the loneliness feeling that you'll get, and then you'll feel like, oh, I don't even need to go on a date. I don't feel lonely anymore. And then people wait a little bit, they get lonely again, they go back on there. Because I can't tell you like how many women I started conversations with, and it's really hard to get to the actual have a date set part. So I'll just play it by ear. I'll just live my life, and I tend to like meet girls, you know, just throughout my life. I'm not too worried about it. But you know, after this accident, after this breakup and this accident that I have, what I'm mostly focused on right now is making and saving money. I'm very happy to be back playing online poker. Like this is a tremendous thing for me to be back playing online poker. It's an amazing thing for me, you guys. I played online poker for a living, 2003 to 2011. I was making a lot of money. I had months where I'd make $5,000 to $8,000. I never made less than $30,000 a year during that time playing just poker. I was also selling weed, of course, which I still do now. But I started doing that again recently. It's crazy how I can say that in public. I'm not too worried about it. Things have changed. LA Courier says that applies to both. I guess you're talking about like the dating stuff that I was talking about. We're getting cold out here. Hang on a second. Fuck. Yeah, I had to start busting out my warm weather shirts, my cold weather shirts. California's got beautiful winter weather, but when you live here a long time, your blood gets thin. Oh, Eddie's funny. Eddie says, I hate that there's sun and it's cold. Yeah, it is. It was a weird day today when I was out there working. I thought it was like warm in the sun, but cold in the shade. And that's the time of year we got, right? It's not like freezing or anything, but we're definitely getting there. You know, my family lives back east. My brother lives in New Jersey, and I talk to him like almost every day, and it's 33 degrees. And he says, oh, it's 33. It's not so bad. I don't know how fucking people, I mean, I grew up in that weather. I went to college upstate New York where it really was freezing. Whoa, Randall, where are you? I forgot. What city are you in? It says 24 degrees. Eddie says anything under 74 degrees is chilly. That is true. Randall, I forgot. What city are you in? Hey, Will, sir, what's going on? We got to talk, buddy. You and I are going to take a trip pretty soon. It's going to happen. It says only a Californian would get cold when the weather drops 1 degree. Everybody say hello to Will, sir. the best DoorDash driver in the business, one of my good friends, somebody I look up to. He just came back from Thailand. He just posted a whole bunch of cool content on his channel. Make sure you go check it out. Wilster's become the king of the shorts, though, making tons of short videos, doing really well with that. And I really look up to Wilster, even though he's a lot younger than me. I really look up to him. I've been helping him a little bit with his like health and fitness. Wilster did something tremendous where on his own, without going to any meetings or anything or getting any help, he quit drinking. I think he was saying how he was feeling the effects of being like a heavy drinker. And he quit drinking, which to me is like you're saving your life. When you quit drinking, you're absolutely saving your life. You're just outside of Rochester on the Pennsylvania border. Yeah, that's cold. That's like where I went to college. The only place colder than that is upstate New York, where I went to college. I went to Ithaca College, and those are freezing. I remember when I graduated from Ithaca, I said, I'm leaving. I'm moving somewhere warm, and I'm never looking back. That's why I love California. You know, I joke around about it being cold, but obviously this is not cold. Yeah, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, that is cold. But yeah, everybody say hello to Wilster. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. He's been killing it with the shorts recently. He put out some tremendous content from Thailand, where he just rented scooters everywhere and took all these trips. And yeah, I'm looking forward to hanging out with Wilster. I saw him a couple weeks before he left for Thailand. Him and myself and Isaac, we had lunch over at Zanku. It was pretty cool to see him. Yeah, where's my buddy Isaac? Haven't seen Isaac for a while. I don't think he's doing Doordash anymore. Yeah, Wilster, hope you're doing good, buddy. It's good to see you. Thanks for saying hello. Oh, look how busy it is out here now. Getting out here. Tourists are coming out. Well, yeah, it's really interesting. I guess Asia is taking over the world because in previous years, I never saw like this many Asian tourists. So many Asian tourists out here. Hey, what's up, Matthew? From Buena Vista, Colorado. Awesome. You guys gets pretty cold in Colorado too, right? Yeah, I have a couple friends out there in Colorado. Colorado's a great place to have a YouTube channel. They have a lot of like a PEV YouTube channel. They have a lot of like open space where you can shoot. My friend Chris is out there, shoots some amazing videos out there. Here, it's like, it's hard to get like a straightaway where you can really open up these vehicles. But I know that Andrew from Freshly Charged, they're out there in Colorado. Yeah, Buena Vista, Colorado. Very cool, Matthew. Thanks for saying hello. Yeah, relatively busy out here. Michael Jenkins says, is Freshly Charged the two Asian guys? Yeah, that's Andrew and Jimmy. Yeah. I mean, they have an amazing channel. I mean, they puts a lot of work into that. It's not even his full-time job or anything. Andrew's got like a regular job. But that's a tremendous channel. Andrew's a really good friend of mine. After both my accidents, this guy always checked in on me. He was a very, very nice guy. Gives me a lot of advice about YouTube as well, which half the time I don't even take because I'm lazy with it, I guess. Right now, it feels like I'm very much focused on just doing my DoorDash shifts and playing online poker. Like right now, it's like 2 o'clock. When I'm done with this, I'm going to go home and play poker from like 3 to 7:30. I made some, I have trouble sleeping, so that's what I use cannabis for. And I've actually almost quit smoking. I was actually talking to Wilster. He was kind of, very low-key encouraging me because, I'm telling him how I'm lazy. I don't have a lot of get up and go or whatever you want to call it. He's like, that's because you smoke weed. He's telling me how he saw that in people growing up, people who are big potheads. And over the years, the last like 2 to 5 years, I've actually smoked a lot less, like less than I have in previous years. But I found myself going to the shops, buying edibles just to help me sleep. Because I've always had trouble sleeping. But these edibles are so fucking expensive. And I have a lot of weed in my house right now. So I finally learned how to like make cannabis hot chocolate. I looked up how to make cannabis tea, but I didn't really want to make tea. So I said, hey, I can make it with hot chocolate. So last night I decarboxylated. That means you take the herb, you put it in the oven at 200 degrees, 250 degrees for like 10, 15 minutes. That activates it. Then you put it in water with butter and you simmer it for 15 minutes. You mix that in with hot chocolate and milk, and I made like a hot chocolate drink, and I drank that shit last night, and it really helped me sleep. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about, Michael? I mean, their channel is fucking huge. Funny thing is, I was out on the road today doing deliveries, and I saw a guy on a Dualtron Storm. I said, hey, man, that's pretty. You'll see it in one of my videos. I said, hey, it's cool. I've never seen one of these videos. I told him, I said, I own 5 of these. He's like, yeah, I recognize you. I know who you are. Like, if you own a scooter, electric scooter, you probably have seen my channel. But anyhow, so he was a cool guy out there on a fucking $5,000, 60-mile-per-hour scooter with no helmet. This is something that guys got to stop doing. You got to wear a fucking helmet if you're going to go out there and drive these scooters. I think people who've never had an accident think it's just never going to happen. But if you put in lots of miles, you eventually will have an accident. Yeah, well, so we're going to do a trip soon. I'm down. I'll go to Southeast Asia with you. First, I want to go to headquarters with you first. Check this out. Isaac got a new motorcycle. I want to show it to you. Check this out. This is Isaac. Pretty cool, huh? Isaac got himself a cool new motorcycle. Very nice. This guy's got a whole bottle of champagne. Whoa. Holy shit.
Happy New Year!
Party started.
Happy New Year!
That guy's popped open a huge bottle of champagne.
I heard I pop. I was like, I thought that was a gun. Shit.
It got me. Yeah, I'm really hoping this guy leaves because he's like, okay. All right, so this guy, he kind of came up to the counter and he started talking to the guy next to me. And the guy was trying to ignore him. And this guy was like super tweaking. Like, I wish I could tweak like that. Like, I could, like, he just seems like he's like super. I don't really wish I could tweak like that. I shouldn't say that. But he's like super, like, in the moment, I guess. And out of nowhere, he busts out the whole bottle of champagne, pops it open, and the thing fucking explodes. He spills all over the place. And he just starts guzzling it down. I think tweakers love alcohol, right? It's a good combination. But I feel bad for people who do hard drugs. I've had like my own experiences. It's never a druggie. I got myself hooked on painkillers in my like late 20s, early 30s. I spent like a couple years really hooked on like Norcos and Vicodins, but I don't really do hard drugs, you know. Los Angeles, ladies and gentlemen, Wilster says. Yeah, that was fucking nuts. Wilster says, dude's early in his high. I mean, you never know. A lot of these guys, they stay awake for like days at a time. I've done speed. I've tried everything. I actually like amphetamines. I got to be careful with them, though. They're super fucking addicting. And problem with amphetamines is they make you feel good, but if you do them regularly and then you stop doing them, you get like super fucking depressed. I mean, for stimulants, that's why I like caffeine. Caffeine's not going to make you depressed if you don't drink it. If you really get addicted to it, though, you can get a headache without it. That's for fucking sure. But I love coffee. I've done everything. I've done meth. I've done coke, obviously. That guy was making me nervous. I'm glad he left, though. Oh, he's back? Is this the same guy? Look what he's doing. Look what he's doing. Yeah, he's out there. He's just looking for fucking trouble. Makes me nervous. You never know what these fucking guys will do. Freaking hysterical. Now he's sharing it. Now he's sharing the drink with his buddy. Look at that. They're having a toast. Fucking hysterical. Hey, what's up, Combo 100X? That's a new name. Good to see you, buddy. Wilster says it's such a good spot to chill and watch all the chaos. Yeah. I should probably shoot shorts out here, right? I get nervous, though. Yeah, Wilster, this is a good corner. It's a combination of, like, regular tourists, but there's also lots of crazy people. Check this guy out with his scooter. Carrying his scooter like that. That's funny. I don't know why you're carrying it. Why don't you just push it? I can tell that vehicle's got tubeless tires. I can tell from the tires from here. What's up, JPL? Good to see you, buddy. I missed you at the group ride. I can't believe you missed one. You know, the next one's not going to be this weekend, but the following weekend. Hope to see you out there at JPL Rides. Make sure you guys give JPL Rides a sub. He's the king of the live content, constantly posting live streams. Oh, LAPEV ride is tonight, downtown LA, 7:30 p.m. Little Tokyo. That sounds like fun. I mean, the reason why I started my group ride is when I first started doing this years ago, I did go to a couple LAPEV rides back when it was Sawyer's ride, right? But I really found it to be a pain in the ass to like have to jump on the bus to go to the ride and then take the bus back. You know, I didn't have enough range in these vehicles to drive downtown, do the ride, and then drive back. And those are epic rides. LAPEV has great fucking rides. So I started the group ride, so I don't have to go to somebody else's group ride. Like I live right around the corner from where we meet for my group ride. So that's why I started my group ride, so I don't have to go to other people's rides. What's up, Jimmy Greer? How are you doing, big dog? What's up with you? Everything's good with me, keeping busy. Did a Doordash shift this morning. You're going to do the stream now, then I'm going to go home and play poker the rest of the day. Oh, no. JPL Ride says, Yogi, I messed up my back last week and was resting. I saw your video trying the G-Force. Is that what it was called? Trying Louis' scooter. You didn't hurt yourself on that scooter, did you, JPL? Sorry to hear that. You're a young man. How could you hurt your back? And I have a bad back myself. I actually felt like this morning when I was manipulating my scooter a little bit, I was picking it up. I felt like I might have tweaked my back a little bit. Like I have what's called a glass back. You know, I trained in this Russian method called hardstyle kettlebell. Pavel Tsatsouline was the guy who created that. Very famous guy. Was on the cover of Rolling Stone, the most famous kettlebellar in the world. But he talked about how some people, men or women, have what's called a glass back. I have like a glass back, where it's like anything I do can hurt it. So I can't deadlift. I can't lift heavy. So I have to be really careful. What'd you do to your back, JPL? Oh, you lifted your e-bike with your back. Lifted my e-bike with just my back. Always use your legs. Yeah, it's fucked up how like the back is a crazy thing where you can hurt it like doing nothing. I remember one of my worst back accidents, actually back problems, happened when I was vacuuming of all things. Like I actually went to reach for a vacuum and I lifted it up like with my arm extended, and I pulled something in my upper back, not even my lower back. So there's an episode of The Sopranos where one of the characters says they don't know nothing about the back. Doctors don't know nothing about the back. Like you could have a back problem and they can't tell you anything. The best they can usually tell you is that you have degenerative disc syndrome. That's how they diagnose almost everything nowadays. Yeah, you got to be careful, JPL. You're a young man, though. Hopefully you're working out. JPL, do you work out? Jimmy Greer says, I'm chilling, just chilling. That's very good. Pretty much me, too. You'll be there on the 22nd, JPL. I hope so. Hope your back recovers. What do you think about that G-Force? What was it called? G-Force, G-Space? It was very nice of Louis to let you borrow his vehicle. I hope Louis is recovering well. Melvin, the owner of Voromotors, is also recovering from ACL surgery. Yeah, JPL, we missed you at the last ride. It'll be good to see you for the next one on the 22nd. Oh, I paid my health. They bumped my health insurance from $179 a month to $279. Can you believe that shit? Shit's just getting so fucking expensive out here. I'm gonna have to move to Mexico to live one of these days, guys. I don't think I'll be able to afford living in LA forever. The problem is all my money making is here. Oh, it's called the G-Space Mars GT. JPL's telling me. Very nice, very, very nice vehicle. Everything good, but screen display missing some information. Still very good. That sounds cool. That sounds cool. Yeah, that's a popular vehicle. I think they put a lot of money into advertising that. Michael Jenkins says they say the G-Space is the best scooter for the money. It's probably a good deal. I can't say much about it. I make it a point to not comment on vehicles that I don't really ride regularly, but I've seen it. I've seen a lot of them on the road. Actually, that's not even true. I've seen a lot of them on YouTube. You don't really see big scooters. It's tremendous. It's amazing. Like when I saw this guy who happened to be a Russian guy. Russians tend to love their fast scooters. I saw this Russian guy on a Dualtron Storm today. And it's amazing how, if you're in the scooter business, you think, oh, everybody knows what a Dualtron is, everybody knows what a Cabo is, what an InMotion is, what an eMove is, but it's a very, very small niche. It's actually a very interesting small niche. Oh yeah, I can see the price points on these G Spaces are low, $3,400. Yeah, the price points on these are low. I think that they're all very similar quality wise. Yeah, they do. They got a lot of 72 volt, 45 amp hour. That's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice scooter. It's become a very competitive business. It used to be only like Dualtron and Cabo. These used to be the only scooters out there. Oh, you filmed that in November and uploaded that this week? Yeah, I have tons and tons of video on my my SD cards that I literally have videos from 2024, like early 2024 delivery videos that I can still post. But yeah, I need to get on top of my video posting. You might get a G Space next, JPL. Your Cabo motor's taking a dump and hard to find parts for models they don't make anymore. Yeah, you have one of the older Cabos, right? Hey, Jairus Chinchilla, I remember you. My boy Yogi. How's the arm doing? I finally pulled the trigger, got me a Nan Robot LS7. So much fun. Took inspiration from you. I'm doing Uber side hustle here in Goodyear, Arizona, averaging 20 to 30 an hour. Yeah, that's phenomenal. If you can make 20 an hour doing deliveries, especially on a scooter, you're golden. Scooters are, there's pluses and minuses to working on them. The minus is, like, if you have a problem with your scooter, it's pretty hard to get fixed, right? There's not that very many mechanics out there. But the plus is no gas. You don't really pay. When you drive your car, it's deteriorating in price, right? But the electric scooters kind of hold their value. I mean, they lose a lot of their value the second they're fucking not new anymore. But yeah, doing deliveries on, check this guy out right here. This guy's coming in for his, these are the guys that make the most money. These are the types of vehicles that make the most money, like gas-powered scooters. Was that a Suzuki? I mean, is that a motorcycle? Or is that considered a moped or a motorcycle? But that guy's coming in here to pick up some Uber Eats, some coffee bean, it looks like. But that's pretty cool. Gyrus Chinchilla 2843. Yeah, enjoy your Nan Robot. That's a big, fast scooter, right? Oh, hell, we've been going for 50 minutes. All right, we're going to start getting ready to walk home pretty soon. I always like to do an hour. I want to go home and rest a little bit, and then hit the online poker until 7:30, and then drink my cannabis milk chocolate and go to sleep. JPL Rice says I have the Wolf Warrior X GT from 2023. The guys at Rogue Scooters are having to rebuild parts since Cabo doesn't carry those parts anymore, and Voro doesn't do Cabo anymore. Yeah, I heard a rumor that Voromotors might start working with Cabo again. I'm not really sure. I heard it from a pretty good source. Anaconda Hugs, my friend Rick, who's on here a lot, friends with Melvin. We'll see what happens. I like those Cabos a lot. I sold a lot of those back in the day, too. But yeah, you're not going to be able to get parts for that hardly anymore, right? All right, guys, let's start the walk home. It's just about time. I'm getting cold. I got shit to do. Yeah, JPL. That's like one of the biggest problems in this industry is getting parts, especially after the fact, especially after they don't make the vehicle anymore. Before it brings back Cabo, I'll be a happy camper. Yeah, I hear that, JPL. Me too, believe me. Me too. Whoa, what am I doing here? Get rid of this coffee. Making any money out there today? Making any money? Busy?
Not that much.
You do DoorDash?
Yep.
That's good. You doing a pickup here?
Better than nothing.
Yeah, exactly. It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
How do you like your Suzuki? It's good.
It is too much.
It is a little much of a. It's good for deliveries, though. You can make good money on it, right? It's not good for delivery? You don't get like 50 miles a gallon at least, though?
50, 45, 50.
It's better than a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better. Yeah. I do DoorDash on electric scooters. I have a YouTube
No,
channel.
I don't
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you, man. Well, good luck today, okay?
You did, thank you.
Take it easy, buddy. Yeah, so this guy, what he said was, this is like too much for the city. He's on like this Suzuki. This is a nice bike, though. A big-ass bike. It's amazing. Look how, like, I kind of know all about brakes. Look how big the calipers are on here. Look how big the rotors are. Motorcycles are much different than gas-powered vehicles are much different than the electrics, for sure. All right, let's start the walk home, guys. It's time. Another fun podcast. All right, we got the light. Yeah, I should come out here and just shoot shorts. I'm envious. My buddy Wilser has been killing it in the shorts game. But in order to make good shorts, you kind of got to like engage with people. And I'm kind of like scared of people. Like I don't really want to engage with people out here. Man. Some good looking tourists out here today. Usually the tourists are ugly. Like the average American is like not great looking, but they're looking good today. Alrighty, guys. Let's get close to home and then we'll call it a day. Another fun Voromotors Podcast. Again, thank you to Melvin for sponsoring me. Hope your ACL recovery is doing good. Oh, it's so nice in the sun. Yeah, it's so much different. So nice in the sun. I can't wait for fucking summer already. It's like the summer takes a long time to get here, but when summer gets here, it lasts forever. It's like July, August, September, October, even into November. Now that we're in February, it's like days like this that are sunny, you got to take advantage of. Really, winter in California just means it can drop below 70 and it can rain. And we go the whole summer without any rain. It's crazy. JPL says Hollywood is beautiful. Yeah, I love it here. A lot of people are like haters. I think if you're local, especially people who are like from LA, like they don't love Hollywood. But I love Hollywood. Like I've lived here ever since I moved here. I lived in Beverly Hills adjacent for a couple of years. When I first moved here, like down on Wilshire and La Cienega, near there. But the rest of the years I lived here in Hollywood, and I love Hollywood. I can see why people don't like it though. If you're not into tourists and shit, there's always tons of tourists here. But I love it here. I find the neighborhood to be relatively safe. I don't know anybody who's been like mugged. If you're from back east, if you're from New York, you've either been mugged or have friends who've been mugged. LA Courier says it's funny because I'm not a fan. Well, you're local. A lot of people don't like where they're from. You're from LA. So I think a lot of people who are from LA don't love Hollywood, Eddie. So I totally get it. I like it because like I'm not from here. So, I mean, almost to this day, not so much anymore, but I used to say, it always